Series, a two-run home run. Struck him out swinging. What a performance by Clayton Campbell, and what a win for Australia. Caden Din ties it at 1. On the ground, he'll win it for him. It's gone! A home run for Tyler Jones.
Welcome to the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. We've got another beautiful day here in South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Already 81 degrees, mid-80s expected today. We've got 4 games on deck for you, starting with Mexico and Australia. Both teams 2-1. The loser is eliminated from title contention. The winner will play again tomorrow for the right to continue playing here at the Little League World Series. Here is a look at Little League at a glance. We've got 16 teams here with modified double elimination. You're seeing kids aged 10 to 13 years old playing. They cannot turn 13 before May 1st. And we've got 6-inning games with 2/3 the size of a conventional major league field. Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Sire here at the Little League World Series. We've got 4 more games today, 4 more days until we crown a champion here in South Williamsport. Already some amazing baseball that we've seen played here, and a lot of parity this year. Not the traditional teams you've seen dominating in years past, and that brings us to our headlines so far. The defending champs, Japan, they have been eliminated for the first time since 1962. These kids from Japan lost their first 2 games of the tournament. We've seen some tremendous late-game heroics from Tennessee. Robert Carroll earlier in the week, and the 2 twins coming up big last night, a play at the plate and then a game-winning hit. It is also moving day later today. Usually that is reserved for the entire day on Wednesday because of some rain. We have 4 games today, but we'll see South Korea and Panama and New York and Kentucky play later today. They are both 2-0. The winner will move on to their respective championship games on Saturday. The U.S. and the International Championships coming up a couple days from now. Here's a look at the field at a glance. As I mentioned, some of these traditional powerhouses, including California and Texas, have now been eliminated from title contention. They both finished play here in Williamsport 1 and 2. Japan also not playing any longer. Here's a look at today's schedule. As I mentioned, we do have 4 games for you, starting with Mexico and Australia. That's coming up next. It was followed by Tennessee and Iowa. We've got South Korea and Panama at 5 Eastern, and then Kentucky and New York capping things off later this evening. All those games on ESPN and streaming live on the Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. We get things started, though, over at Volunteer Stadium with Jay and Kyle.
Jamie, thank you very much. It's a beautiful day for baseball. Mexico and Australia. This is a familiar matchup. This is the 4th straight year we have seen Mexico and Australia play here at the Little League World Series. Mexico has the upper hand coming in. They've won the previous 3. So good to see you again. Jay Crawford alongside Kyle Peterson. Kyle, this Mexico team can hit as a club. They're batting over 300 at this Little League World Series. And they have a young man, Kyle, who may have the sweetest swing here at the Little League World Series in 2016.
You know, he may be the best all-around player. I mean, some of the things that these kids do at the age of 12 and 13 will wow you every year. And Gael Cortez has done it defensively and at the plate. 2 home runs so far in this Little League World Series. That was the first. He would follow with another. That ties him for the lead of any player here at this year's Little League World Series. And offensively for Mexico, it was a slow start, in part because they faced one of the best arms in this entire tournament. Since then, they've been as good offensively as anybody in this year's tournament. 22 hits, 19 runs in the last 2 games. Cortez has been the leader, but there have been plenty of other offense throughout this lineup.
He's got a beautiful stroke. We're looking forward to see that. Kyle, for Australia, 2016 is just the latest step in a progression that we've seen them make here at the Little League World Series. They belong here now, and they know that.
Yeah, and we've seen some firsts this year, which is cool. They won their opening round game, and it's the first time in the history of Australia here at the Little League World Series that they've played 4 games. They've never won 2 wins, which puts them in this position. And, of course, Joey the Kangaroo is back, and that is a well-executed backflip. Joey's ready to go. Team Australia is too.
It's a big one. The winner of this one is just 1 win away from playing for the International Championship. Mexico and Australia. First pitch from the Little League World Series is next.
Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great, and in part by the Odyssey from Honda, official vehicle of Little League.
It's an elimination game, Mexico and Australia. The winner of this one will move on to play the loser of the South Korea-Panama game. That's later today. That game will be tomorrow, and then the winner of that will advance to the international side, the Little League World Series. Here's a look at your team from Mexico. And this is a team now very familiar with playing here at the Little League World Series. They are a veteran bunch. Let's take a look at their starting lineup. It's brought to you by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Hola, mi nombre es Diego Cantú y mi jugador favorito es Robinson Cano.
Hola, mi nombre es Gael Cortés y mi jugador favorito es Julio Urias.
Hola, mi nombre es Eduardo García y mi jugador favorito es José Altuve.
Hola, mi nombre es Milton González y mi jugador favorito es Adrián González.
Hola, mi nombre es Patricio Juárez y mi jugador favorito es José Altuve.
Hola, mi nombre es Víctor Juárez, mi jugador favorito Manny Machado.
Hola, mi nombre es José Leal y mi jugador favorito es Dustin Pedroia.
Hola, mi nombre es Raúl López y mi jugador favorito es Salvador Pérez.
Hola, mi nombre es Fabián Mar y mi jugador favorito es Mike Trout.
Hola, mi nombre es José Miranda y mi jugador favorito es José Bautista.
Hola, mi nombre es Luis Nuncio, mi jugador favorito es Yadier Molina.
Hola, mi nombre es Francisco Torres y mi jugador favorito es Dustin Pedroia.
Hola, mi nombre es Alex Treviño y mi jugador favorito es Bryce Harper.
Hola, soy René Villarreal, mi jugador favorito es David Ortiz.
All right, so that's how Mexico will start today's game. Here's a look at how this team has reached this point. They lost their opener. Kyle, they ran into a buzzsaw in Panama, 10-2, but since then, the bats have come to life, and they've won 2 straight.
Yeah, the arms that they faced in that first one is about as tough as we've seen so far in this Little League World Series. And here's who they'll face today, Harrison Wielden, who usually is the shortstop for this team, Australia, but today he finds himself on the mound. He's already been out there. An inning in this Little League World Series, gave up 1 unearned run in that inning.
And we are underway. First pitch in for a strike, always a good sign. Australia, if you've been watching this Little League World Series, has been led by Clayton Campbell. What a terrific performance he turned in both of his starts. But now they're going to see what kind of pitching depth they have, Kyle.
It's a little bit closer than maybe it looked when it came out of his hand. You saw the reaction of the hitter. Patricio Juarez thought it was a fastball up and in, kind of ducked out of the way. And you're right, Clayton Campbell's been so good on the mound. Now's when you need.
And that's going to be a leadoff base hit unless he can throw him out at first. The ball was bobbled by Will Unit out in right field, so it's a leadoff hit for Patricio Suarez. And Mexico picks up right where they left off. And they've been hitting the ball.
Yeah, they have, and I love the adjustment too. I mean, just a pitch ago, sees a breaking ball, kind of bails out in there. Then this time, one of the smallest kids on Team Mexico fires it out to right field, hits it so hard that if Will Unit fields it cleanly, he's got a chance to throw him out at first base. Instead, it's a leadoff single.
He may have been thinking about making that throw before he had the ball secure in his glove. So that brings up Gael Cortez, and what a sweet swing he has. We talked about him in the open, Kyle. He'll come at it, fouls that one back.
2 home runs already in this Little League World Series. It ties him for the lead in this tournament.
3 for 7 at the plate so far. Said he learned the game by watching baseball on TV.
He watched the right guys, I can tell you that, because it is so smooth at the plate. And defensively, he's not a small kid either. I mean, it's the way he moves out at shortstop is smooth.
5'6", 152. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. There they are with the full-size head of their son. Their proud parents watching Gael, who we mentioned has 2 home runs in this tournament. And that is driven foul down the third baseline. He'll try it again.
There's a few kids in this tournament that coaching third base is not exactly the most comfortable place to be. And this is one right here. The base is here 60 feet away. And when you're standing that close on the pull side, if he gets through one like he does right there, it gets down there in a hurry.
So the 1-2 from Wielden. Skips it in the dirt. Nice stop by Roan North.
On a breaking ball as a catcher, always have to anticipate this ball might go down in the dirt. Good job of move that body over. The glove's in the right spot. And even if he doesn't glove it, he'd block it and keep it in front.
The 2-2 on the ground is short. Campbell, the flip, and it can't be handled, and everybody's going to be safe. Riley Gonzalez looked like he almost tried to barehand it and then was sort of caught in between.
Yeah, and it's so rare to see a double play here at this level, but sometimes as they're kids, and I think anybody, you try to be just a little bit too quick and see if you can't turn it. You could see that bare hand come up. Flip isn't that bad. Maybe it's a little bit high, but I think it caught Riley Gonzalez a little bit by surprise, and he's had great hands all the way through this tournament at second base. But now Mexico, first 2 of the game on base.
And that brings up Jose Leal. 2 for 11 in this tournament, but has 4 runs batted in, so he's been big for Mexico in the clutch. That one's driven up the middle for a base hit. Juarez is coming in to throw. No, now he stops at third smartly, Kyle, because I think the throw might have had him. The throw from Will Edwards was a good one.
Patricio Juarez, the runner's not used to getting held up, and you could tell right there he was rounding third intending to score, but the right move over there to hold him up on a ball that again was hit hard and played real well by Will Edwards out in center field. Little fastball that's hit back up the middle. Put on the brakes now. It's a good turn though. Enough time to get back. And if there's a bobble anywhere, he goes on to score. But bases loaded, nobody out for Mexico here in the first.
Patricio's fun to watch. 4'10", 80 pounds.
Yes.
And he gets every ounce out of it too. So that brings up the cleanup hitter, Luis Nuncio, and it's a good spot for him. Lined in the air and caught by Ethan Treble. A nice play at first for the first out of the inning.
You know, there's some plays in this game to where it's just having a left-handed first baseman is such an advantage, and here's one right here. If you got to go backhand and dive, this is a much tougher play. But Ethan Treble, who that glove is about half the size of the kid right there, has done a great job defensively at first base all the way for Team Australia. Right here saves a run, gets the first out of the ball game.
That brings up Victor Juarez, and Kyle, this is one of the best sticks in the tournament. 7 for 10 so far. He's got 3 doubles, couple of RBI. Also, Mexico's best pitcher. Just an all-around good ball player.
Yeah, he was running it up there on the mound, too, into the mid-70s.
Here's the 1-0. And that skips short. It gets by the catcher, and we're going to have our first run of the game as Juarez slides in safely to home on the pass ball. Wild pitch. So Mexico jumps out to the early 1-0 lead. We talked about how their bats were silenced in their opening round loss to Panama, but since then they've been hitting, and they've been hitting everybody.
And aggressive on the base pass too. That's a tough one back behind home plate too for going north. The move was the right move. You're just not used to a pitch hitting that far out in front of you. He kind of stood up and tried to block it, just squirted down underneath. A little mask work, now we're good.
Yeah, not much he could have done there. So Juarez still with a couple of runners in scoring position here. And with first base open, and I know it's early, but there's one out. Do you think about just being very careful with him? He's 7 for 10.
Yeah, I would agree with. I think the challenge that we've seen for this team from Mexico is it seems like they're all hitting right now. But you're right, nothing too good right here. If he ends up down on first base, that's not the end of the world. 7 for 10. That ties him for the most hits in this Little League World Series.
Here's the 2-1 to Juarez. And that's outside. 3-1. You can tell Juarez, if it's close, he's hacking.
Yeah, he's ready to hit.
3-1. Here's the 3-1. And he misses outside, so they're loaded again. So pitch count's so crucial here at the Little League World Series. Already in the first here, Harrison Wheeldon has thrown 16 pitches. What's the sort of magic number that managers are working with today, Kyle?
Well, there's a few. I mean, if you're 20 or less, you're still eligible for tomorrow. And the winner of this game will play tomorrow.
That is driven foul and into the stands.
And if somebody gets a larger lead, then I think you start thinking about tomorrow. If not, the next day that really matters is Saturday. You got to stay under 50 pitches in order to be eligible for that. First and foremost, I think you got to do everything you can to win today.
So we'll be watching those numbers closely. Here's the 0-1.
Good pitch.
Jose Miranda, swing and a miss. 0-2 now. That is a good pitch. You hate to miss with the bases loaded, but you can get the hitter to chase, help you out. Now the 0-2. And he gets Miranda on 3 pitches. So the second out of the inning is recorded. Bases remain loaded. It's a nice pitch, Kyle.
Yeah, it is. He threw 2 of them in the exact same spot, which is such a good idea at any age. If you see a swing to where it looks like the hitter's not comfortable with it, there's no reason to go away from it, especially with bases loaded, when you really need a strikeout. Back-to-back breaking balls, first strikeout of the game for Harrison Wielden.
That brings up Alejandro Trevino, the lefty. He lifts one foul and into the stands. Trevino 1 of 3 with an RBI in this tournament. You see this a lot. Likes Michael Jordan.
Still, yeah, we might for the next 50 years still see Jordan up there.
Incredible. The 0-1. Misses off. So that pitch count up to 20 now for Harrison Wielden. And we talked about the contribution that Australia gets from Clayton Campbell. He is ineligible to pitch here today. That is swung on, and that's going to score a run. I don't see the ump's hands going up to signify foul ball, so
there was definitely a different sound, and whether it was a foul ball or it just hit the edge of Will North's glove, I think it was his glove. You could see the sound was probably just hitting off the edge of that glove, goes all the way to the backstop. He trying to reach all the way across his body to try to make that play.
That's what happened. I think the Australian coach just wanted a little confirmation of that, so manager Les Stockdale heard what he needed to hear. Back in the dugout, Mexico with their second run now. Trevino would like to add to it. He looked at a beauty, called strike 3, and Mexico is done hitting in the top of the first. They get 2. Australia hits next.
If you got a piece of it.
Australia and Mexico. Oh, how pretty is that, Kyle? Gorgeous shots of Australia. We were talking about their fans earlier.
Yeah.
They're always spirited. They seem like a fun group.
Always happy. I mean, everybody here is happy, but every time you meet the folks from Australia,
they've got some cheers that are fun to listen to. City of Sydney, just under 5 million people. You ever been?
I have not, no, but I will at some point.
Yeah, I'm with you. Haven't yet. It's on the bucket list. And let's meet the kids from Australia. Here's their lineup.
Hi, my name is Clayton Campbell. My favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Matthew Clements. My favorite player is Yadiel Molina.
My name is Stephen Courtney. My favorite baseball player is Adrian Beltre.
Hi, my name's William Edwards, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Riley Gonzalez, and my favorite player is Jose Altuve.
Hi, my name is Brent Ida, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name's Thomas Jackson, and my favorite player is Jose Altuve.
My name is Adrian Mortier, and my favorite player is David Ortiz.
Hi, my name is Rowan North, and my favorite player is Chris Bryant.
My name is Ethan Trouble, and my favorite player is Mookie Betts.
Hi, my name is Mitchell Truden, and my favorite baseball player is Mike Trout.
Hi, my name is Will Unit, and my favorite baseball player is David Ortiz.
Hi, my name is Harrison Wielden, and my favorite baseball player is Manny Machado.
All right, so there you go. The kids from Australia. And Kyle, their road to get here has been an interesting one. Look at those scores. Yep. A couple of pitchers' duels in there.
Yeah, and Clayton Campbell's been involved in every one of them. He started all 3 games for him here. The second game just went 2 innings against Panama, but threw great. And then they knock out a team in Curacao that country has won a championship here to stay alive. This is who they'll face today. Jose Leal on the mound for Mexico. Big kid, too, and we've seen from Team Mexico. Really good velocity for Leal so far. 3 2/3 innings in this tournament, 6 strikeouts.
And his first pitch in there for a strike. Harrison Wheeldon leading it off for Australia. 2 for 9 in this tournament. Bends out of the way of that one. Evens it up at 1-1. So Australia, despite the fact that they're just one win from playing for the international championship, Kyle, haven't scored a lot of runs, but they haven't needed to.
The one thing that they have been very, very good at too is defense, and I think it would show with those low-scoring games. They have fielded the ball cleanly.
Wheeldon offers it the high fastball, and he's in a 1-2 hole now.
1-2. Third fewest in average runs in the first 3 games. They're 2-1.
Wow. Tells you how good the pitching has been, how good Clayton Campbell has been. That one's out and low. 2-2. So both of these managers playing a little chess with their pitchers, because obviously you need to win today. It's an elimination game, but you're also thinking about down the road. At this point, what's more important here? Setting up your staff or just making sure you get this win?
Well, first and foremost, making sure you get this win. But I think the other most important thing today is seeing if you can tack on 5-6 runs early, because then it can change the way that you can go about things on the mound.
Save your arms a little. And he offered at the full count pitch. And Wheeldon is down on strikes for the first out of the first for Australia.
Good pitch here from Jose Leal. Watch both eyes on it. That glove kind of showing you exactly where he wants to go. Fastball on the outside part, and if there is no swing, I think it's a called strike 3. It was a very good pitch. First strikeout of the day for Jose Leal. Now you get this guy.
Here he is.
And we talked about on the mound, and he was phenomenal on the mound, but there is some power there too.
Clayton Campbell 4 for 8 in this Little League World Series, has a double. Again, you see it so often. Usually the top pitcher tends to be one of the team's top hitters as well, and that's definitely the case here. Golden State fan. Likes the Warriors.
There's a few more of those than there was about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, you think they picked up a few?
2-0.
And also a big Mike Trout fan. And that is swung on and driven into right field. So Australia has their first hit of the game. Surprise, surprise, it's Clayton Campbell.
A good swing and a good approach with a 2-0 pitch also. I mean, in this spot at any age, just looking for something you can handle. Fastball is elevated. Gets the barrel to it, shoots it the other way, and Australia's got their first base runner. It's a base hit by Clayton Campbell, and he can run too. He's kind of that, and you see this. I mean, he's like that Little League best player kid. Pitch, shortstop, hit at the top of the lineup, and can run.
Taking a first pitch high, Brent Iredale. He has a home run here at the Little League World Series. You know, we've been focusing on mechanics so much, and Clayton Campbell's mechanics on the mound and as a hitter, they're just so good.
Yeah, and for a kid that big at that age too. Brent Iredale's home run was about as dramatic as we've seen this year at the Little League World Series. 2-run home run, top of the 6th against Panama to take that game to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Just caught the outside corner. Throw down to first. Campbell's back in time. Jose Leal working from the stretch, Kyle.
1-2.
He's just preparing himself for next year.
That's exactly right. Of course, no need to. The runners here at the Little League World Series cannot leave the base until the ball reaches home plate. And there's a strikeout. His second. Iredale down swinging. 2 down now here in the bottom of the first. Mexico got too early to lead Australia 2-0. Now the cleanup man, Will Edwards, is up. Looks at a strike. You got to love it. 5-5, Kyle, hit the cleanup.
That's right. You know the power that Will Edwards possesses. 5'5", and he can see 100 pounds from there. Not quite. Won't be long.
He's a big stake away. That one's fouled back, not far from our spot. Run the count to 0-2. It is interesting to see Leal work from the stretch because you rarely see anybody doing it here.
He's cleaner out of the stretch too. Thank you. For a lot of these kids, it's the same way for guys as they progress up through the game. The stretch kind of simplifies everything on the mound. He's filled up the zone since he's been out of the stretch.
Big dancer. Kyle loves to dance. And he loves to throw it by opposing hitters. He strikes out the side. Jose Leal, we've played one. Mexico in front 2-0.
You're one of the best 16 teams in the country. I'm proud of you.
Be proud in what you wear on your chest.
I just came out to tell you how much I love you as a dad and a player.
You've experienced something that a lot of kids will never experience.
You're doing awesome out here.
Great job, boys.
Now some of the sights and sounds from the 2016 Little League World Series. Little League University provides web-based training for coaches, umpires, league volunteers, and parents. You can watch videos, review practice plans, or just see some ideas for playing catch in the backyard. Visit and join for free at littleleagueuniversity.org today.
I love that. I mean, the father-son moments here and the coaches that don't have kids here but just do it because they love the game. Sounds that we get from the coaches during the course of this is some of the best audio that we get.
Really is. Special bond. I ask a lot of men that played Little League, who's your Little League coach? They almost always rattle off the name of one or two right away. You remember your Little League coach. Such a special bond.
I was lucky. Mine was my dad for a long time, up until high school. You don't forget those days, that's for sure.
Yeah, they were special. My father also coached me. Good times. Roan North knocks one into right field, but drifts foul. Sorry, Eduardo Garcia. Leading off here, the top of the second for Mexico. Mexico scored 2 in the first. Take a 2-0 lead.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Play.
Les Stockdale, the manager of this Australia team. This was him after the win last night.
That's called history. That's called history, boys.
How do you learn in school? I didn't learn at school.
Game ball, baby.
Yeah, Steve, I should get that.
Great job. Hey, boys. So proud. I'm so proud. Little team from the hills has made history. Australian baseball history. Okay?
Yeah, how about that?
You know, we had talked to this coaching staff coming in, and that was one of the things they were talking about was just winning 2 games, doing something that a team from Australia had never done. That's what Les Stockdale was referring to right there.
They seem to take another step each of the last couple of years. We've seen these Australian teams be more and more competitive. They're close. They're real close. Raul Lopez now in for Mexico. He hits one on the ground to third, but Brent Iredale scoops and throws for the second out.
You know, and think about what it's like when these kids get home. And so we always talk about growing the game, and obviously it's a huge initiative for Little League and for Major League Baseball right now with the Play Ball initiative. But when they go home and they're talking to their buddies, all you're doing is creating more kids that now want to try to get that experience and now want to try to go play. That's how this sport continues to grow around the world.
Play.
That one misses outside. Fabian Marr pinch hitting for Patricio Juarez here in the second. Another one of those under 5-footers, Kyle. 4'11", 89 pounds, and most of it's heart.
The last few years, and I can't remember his name. Somebody will. There was a little kid from Mexico.
Rui Martinez.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Remember that home run?
Yeah.
The look on his face when he hit that home run.
That was one of my favorite moments here that year.
Rui, that's right.
Rui Martinez. And you're right, these kids go home and they get to show pictures and talk about the experience they had here in the United States, and that really draws interest. It brings kids to the game that might not be playing. And for a country like Mexico, baseball is already very popular, and a lot of kids already play. But for Australia and Italy and some of these other countries where baseball isn't even the primary sport, this can generate a ton of excitement. The Italy coach was saying how big this is for the baseball movement back home.
Absolutely.
And Fabian Mar draws a walk. He's down at first base.
Listo, si el catcher le queda lejos, corre fuerte, no te pares, ¿ok? No hay nada, está bateando. Déjalo batear.
That is crushed, but foul. Slow the bat down a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to slow this guy's bat down, too. Gael Cortez, 3 for 8, a couple home runs. Put it in play the first time up, but reached on an error and came around to score.
Watch the swing. It's beauty.
Good one there. Got a little change up from Harrison Wilt. Sees that first pitch to where Cortez is all the way out in front of it, tries to slow that bat down a little bit more.
Tried to extend the outer half of the plate a little there. Didn't get that call. So after 24 pitches in the first, it appears Harrison Wielden is sort of settled in here now in the second. 2 outs. He's at 39 pitches. And that curveball got away, and down to second base is Fabian Mar. That can happen sometimes. Hands not fully developed. It's tough to grip that curveball sometimes, and it can get away. Hard to third, Iredale. With another put out across the diamond. We played 1.5. Mexico leading Australia 2-1. You hungry yet, partner?
Don't look half bad.
It's just getting to be about that time.
Bucket of au jus.
Let's take a look at our Fresh Take. Brought to you by Subway. And boy, the story of this Little League World Series for Tennessee, the Jones twins. What an effort for Tanner and Tyler. A terrific game-saving tag there at the plate to keep the game going. And then his brother Tyler hit the go-ahead home run in the 7th. Those kids are so fun to watch. And now Tennessee continues to move along in the dominant pitching from South Korea and Panama. And it's moving day today. 2 teams will be eliminated and 2 will move on to the championship round. Roan North leading it off for Australia in the bottom of the second.
Thank you.
Talked about that pitching from South Korea and Panama being so dominant. Kyle, 30 of the 33 outs recorded by South Korean pitchers have been on the strikeout.
Yeah, there is velocity. I mean, 3 or 4 kids on each side are throwing into the 70s. That matchup we've got at 5 Eastern tonight will be a blast. I like, too, the change. We talked about Jose Leal going out of the stretch, and he started this inning out of the stretch, too. He looks a lot more in control when he's been out of the stretch and has thrown a ton of strikes.
Yeah, it appears the Mexico manager saw the same thing that you saw. You pointed that out between innings. He does. He seems much more comfortable from the stretch, so why not stay there? 1-2, swung on and fouled back. He's just now at 20 pitches, so again, we'll keep our eye on that.
One, two, fight!
And the 1-2 is blown by. Another strikeout for Jose Leal. First out here in the bottom of the second. Marisol Castro standing by in the stands. Hello, Marisol.
Hello there, Jay. We're talking about ways in which these international teams grow the sport of baseball. To put things in perspective for Australia, baseball is behind Australian football, rugby, soccer, and netball, and a whole host of other sports. And they say they have a ton of coaches with a lot of international experience, but it's still really challenging. It's not like you see dads having a catch at just any old community park. In recent years, what they have been able to do, in fact, Coach Scott Wright told me before the game, he took a group of kids to Japan. Some baseball players from Australia traveled to Japan just so they could get some more experience, because there's nothing like playing with players you've never played with before and bringing that experience back home to Australia. So they're really doing their part to open up the pathways of travel for their baseball players to see what it's like to play overseas and not just learn from the same coaches that they have back at home.
Yeah, it's great to hear, and that success is continuing. Their senior league team, which is an older division here at Little League, lost in the championship game this year to a team from Chicago. Their coach, Brendan Wilson, played professional ball over here in the States for a while. So you see the more that these kids get exposed to from an international standpoint in the game, the better they get. That's another strikeout for Jose Leal. Every out that he's retired today has been via the strikeout. This is number 5. The fastball's been good. The breaking ball to finish has been very good, and you can see it's been tough for kids to react to that one. 12 years old, you're not used to seeing good breaking balls, especially followed directly behind it by a fastball that's close to 70 miles an hour. He looks very in control out of the stretch.
Mitchell Tritton late on that swing. Yeah, not bad. 5 strikeouts, all 5 outs via the K. Just giving up the 1 hit to Clayton Campbell. The pitch count is in a very comfortable range, too. 26 pitches here with 2 outs in the second. And that was a sort of oopsie swing, lined over to first base. Alejandro Trevino makes the catch. We've played 2. Mexico holds on to that 2-0 lead.
And he crushes one to right. My goodness.
Top to bottom, this offense was impressive.
That is a swinging strike 3, throwing 80 miles an hour.
This one's not coming back.
A lot of talent in that game, Kyle.
That'll be fun. That will be fun. The 2 most dominant teams we've seen on the international side, both teams 2-0. That game will come your way. 5 Eastern. The winner moves on to the international championship game. The loser will play tomorrow against the winner of this game.
And how about that team from South Korea? They make it a point to, when they get to Williamsport, to win it. They have never lost a Little League World Series game, now 13-0. The 3 previous times they visited here, they went away with the heart.
They're big, they're strong, they strike a bunch of guys out, and you see the same thing from Panama too. That'll be a fun way to end our year over here at Volunteer Stadium later on today.
Jose Leal gets into one, and that is gone over the wall in right field. Not sure if it had enough off the bat, but Kyle, it kept carrying, and he's got to beat a big wind into right field to get that out, and he did just that.
Jose Leal's in charge today. He's been great on the mound. 2 innings, thrown up zeros. Now this time, a little fastball out away from him. Jim Waite. Good high finish, too. Gives that ball just enough lift to carry out into right center field. Line drive, home run for Jose Leal. The offense of Mexico just keeps on coming.
Well, we talked about it. So often the best pitcher tends to be one of the best hitters. Yep. And perfect example of that here. That flag's got some wind on it coming in from right field. A bit of a wall scraper, but it counts just the same.
4th home run for Mexico in the tournament this year.
So now a 3-0 lead as Luis Nuncio digs in. lined out to first in his first at-bat today. That one hits the bag and is going to be a fair ball and trickle into shallow right field. So a base hit for Nuncio. Tough play here, not much you can do, Kyle.
No, tough play, and you can see Ethan Treble over there. He might have had a chance to glove this ball if it doesn't hit the bag. Instead, fires up in the air, and Nuncio's on there with a hard hit single.
So Victor Juarez now digging in. 7 for 10 in this Little League World Series. Is he going to bunt? Shows it and then pulls back. I can't imagine he's going to lay down a bunt here with a 3-0 lead.
No, and the defense for Australia was thinking the exact same thing because they didn't move. I think he was trying to draw him in, see if he couldn't shoot something by him on the ground. But this kid has the ability to hit it in the seats, too.
And that's driven into left field. So 3 straight hits for Mexico to start the top of the third. Runners on first and second with no one out.
Second time around for this order, too. They're taking some really aggressive swings. We'll get a trip to the mound from Australia.
You know what you're doing? Getting ground balls. That's what we're looking for, okay? We're not going to overpower these guys. All we want to do is get the ball in play. Give these 7 guys stand up behind you a chance to get some outs, all right? Doing an awesome job. I want you to keep doing it for me, okay? Hey, D him up. Come on, get behind him.
Yeah, keep it low, keep getting those ground balls, they'll turn into outs.
Yeah, and I like it too, because sometimes when you're on the mound, guys get a few hits and you start trying to change stuff, or you start trying to miss bats, do things that you're not really intending to do when you're out there. Back there's just a reminder that, listen, they're 2 ground balls. They hit it at somebody. We got 2 outs right now. Don't change anything. Keep rolling ground balls and try to get out of this thing.
Pinch hitter Francisco Torres shows bunt. I think he's serious when he squares. Pulling it back for ball 1. Yeah, Les Stockdale's point, a very good one. You're not going to overpower these Mexico hitters. Nice dig out of the dirt by Roan North. Torres stabs at it but misses. Runs the count to 2-1. So he still may be bunting here, 2-1. Torres wanted time. I think he wanted to check down for a sign. Finally got it.
2-1.
Puts it in play, and Clayton Campbell had it. May have been trying to get to the bag himself for the force and quick turn, and in the process he left the ball on the dirt.
Just trying to be a little bit too quick. The idea is the right one because it's hit hard enough that you might have a chance to turn a double play. But you can see on the transfer, just doesn't quite field it cleanly. Ball scoots away, and Francisco Torres standing on first base. He got the ground ball, exactly what they wanted. Let's see if we can roll another one.
Now they're loaded for pinch hitter Milton Gonzalez. He looks at a strike. So we've seen a couple times, Kyle, Australia's had a shot to perhaps turn 2, and in the process failed to record an out. Sometimes the difference between 2 outs and none is just that slim.
Harrison Wilden got into a jam in the first inning. He did a good job of pitching his way out of it.
0-2.
Milton Gonzalez, a big deep breath before the 0-2. He looks at the ball. So pitch count now at 54, and that's a problem.
There.
Nice change of speed there to get him swinging. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. Beautiful images. Just a gorgeous day here. What's at stake between these two teams? Kyle, it's big for the winner.
Yep.
Loser eliminated.
Winner of this one will play tomorrow. The loser's run here at the Little League World Series is over. That one's hugging the line. That might have been fair. That was close.
Just rolled foul when Ethan Trumbull decided to pick it up. Trumbull alertly waiting for it here. As soon as he sees dirt between the ball and the line.
Yeah, that's well done. You got to get it right away because it was staying on that line.
Nice heads-up play by Trumbull. Pinch hitter Diego Cantu in now. You mentioned Wielden pitched out of a jam in the first inning. Trying to do it again. Up 0-2 to Cantu, who lifts it in the air to center field, and it can't be handled by Will Edwards, and that's going to bring in 2 runs. So the pinch hitter with an 0-2 count, Diego Cantu, gets into one, Kyle, and drives in 2.
Diego's making the most out of this at-bat. Had just swung through a breaking ball, and look at those eyes. He knew he got that one. Good break by Will Edwards, who just missed making an incredible play out in center field, just beyond his reach. Great shot from above. To show you that route, he can't get to it, but then the throw gets back in time. It's 2 RBIs and a big double for Diego.
5'1" and full of muscles.
Right.
What a moment for the young man, and now Mexico leads 5-0, and with just a man out, Harrison Wielden trying to pitch out of it. And that's going to bring up Rene Villarreal, another pinch hitter for Mexico. He grounds it back to the mound. Nice play by Wielden to get the out. The throw down to second, not in time, but good job by Wielden to make sure the runner wasn't breaking from third to score, and he records the out. So Mexico back to the top of the order. It's the 3rd time they've had their leadoff hitter hit, and we're in the 3rd. We get a special pinch runner in, Patricio Juarez on at second base now. Kyle, this is a big part of Little League.
Yeah, it just gets more kids in there, so you can use a player who's not in the batting order, and Patricio Juarez is not right now, as a special pinch runner for any player. Can only do it once for that player, can only do it once per inning. And a little work on the catcher's mask, and we're ready to get right back at it.
So Fabian Mar hitting with 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 3rd. Looks at one high. Drew a walk in his first at bat. 4 for 9. Very good little hitter here. That one is hit into right field, and that's going to get to the wall. So Mara around first, into second sliding, and 2 more runs are home for Mexico. So Kyle, it's been the little guys coming off the bench doing a lot of damage here for Mexico. This team is deep, and the bats are still very much alive.
Little guys are driving it too. I mean, these aren't singles. They're balls in the gap that are short hopping the wall or carrying out of here. Fabian Mar, 2nd time that he's hit. Walked in his first at bat. This time gets one to handle. It's a double to right center field. Drives in 2 more.
Got some of these sub 5 footers swinging pretty big bats for Mexico. Pitch to Gael Cortez in the dirt. And we know this guy can hurt you. 3 for 9, but 2 of those 3 home runs.
Spot there.
Got the corner. We talk about a lot of these players list Michael Jordan as their favorite athlete. I've seen a lot of guys, including Gael, list Usain Bolt as their favorite athlete. Off to run it to 3-1 now. That pitch counts at 65, Kyle.
Yeah, I think they're going to go with Harrison Wilden as long as they can today. He's throwing strikes.
And Cortez draws the walk. And he'll do that. He's got 2 home runs here, 3 hits. He's also walked now 4 times. So he's a good patient hitter at the plate. And Mexico has hit around here in the 3rd. Jose Leal, the pitcher, homered to start the inning. Think he's thinking 2-1?
Oh, I'm sure he is. Yeah, trying to extend that lead out. That solo home run started this inning. He has 2 now in this Little League World Series. Ties him with Gael Cortez for the lead.
Fouls that one back. He's got him off first, but the throw was wide. Now the throw across the diamond, and the runners are back to first and on to third.
Fabian Marr standing over at third base. We saw him offensively drive a ball in the right center field gap. Watch this slide over at third base. Whole body outside of where that bag is, so even if the throw is there, the third baseman has to reach even further to make the tag.
It's knowing the fundamentals. And that one skips away. And coming home to score the 8th run of the game for Mexico is Fabian Marr. So at this point, if you're Mexico, you start thinking about the 10-run rule to really limit your pitcher's pitches.
That's the biggest advantage. I mean, win obviously is what you need to do, but if you can limit pitches and the amount that your guys have to be out there on the mound. So here it is. We got to play 4 innings in this case because Australia is the home team, but if you lead by 10 runs or more, that would be it. Mexico not there yet, but they could be with 1 swing here.
Now Leal has 27 pitches. This is his 11th at bat with runners in scoring position. He's 3 of 10 so far in that situation. Hits another one hard on the ground to third, but a clean play by Brent Iredale. And Australia gets out of the 3rd.
Luis Leal, kind of a little league all everything today on the mound. He's been in control. 5 strikeouts so far, and then taking things into his own hands when he gets to the plate. Solo home run to start the last inning. Big lead for Mexico. It's 8-0. Mexico leading Australia 8-0. We've reached the bottom of the 3rd. Our
Honda game summary, it's been all Jose Leal for Mexico. He's been masterful on the mound, 27 pitches, recording 5 strikeouts, and he's been pretty good with the bat too, Kyle.
Yeah, and this Mexico offense that we talked about before the game was quiet in game 1, has not been quiet ever since. Little change on the mound after the first 2 hitters of this game. Jose Leal went back to the stretch, and since then has really been in control on the mound.
Riley Gonzalez leads off the bottom of the 3rd, looks at a ball. Gonzalez 1 for 6 with an RBI so far in this Little League World Series. That one gets the corner. Got that emoji?
No, I've been trying to figure it out for a week, and I'm not any closer.
I'm stumped too. One and 2 to Gonzalez.
1-2.
Just missed with that one. Leal's got all the motions too. Comes to the stretch, takes the deep breath, Kyle. Loads up.
They watch. And the baseball instruction for these kids growing up too. I mean, there's so much baseball history in Mexico. Breaking ball there.
Foul back to stay alive. Five of the 6 outs recorded by Leal via the strikeout, just the 1 hit. He's been in total command. And Gonzalez swings through that one for strike 3. For more on Leal, here's Marisol Castro. Marisol?
Oh, thank you so much, Jay. Had a chance to talk to Leal before the game. He's really pumped. And folks may not know, his mom couldn't come this year because she's back at home. She's 8 months pregnant. She's expecting a little boy, we understand. And so obviously making the trip over to the U.S. was going to be a little bit strenuous for her. We did speak to Dad, however. He's here with their other daughter. They're very excited and obviously very proud of their son on the mound right now.
Big time for the Leal family.
Fast forward 12 years, maybe they're sitting in these stands again.
And hopefully that time she'll be able to come.
Yeah.
With older brother Jose, along with some advice. Ethan Treble hitting now. Asks for time and gets it. Misses high with that one. Look at that pitch count throughout, 35 pitches now. 50 is an important number, Kyle, because...
Well, if you go beyond it, then you wouldn't be able to come back on Saturday. And I think that's the biggest number that Team Mexico is thinking about right now, especially given what the score is. Jose Leal has been outstanding, giving up just 1 hit. He struck out 6. But I don't think he'll go beyond that 50-pitch number today.
Like to keep him available for Saturday if they could.
1-2.
1-2 to Treble, misses a little high and out. Strikeouts are nice, Kyle, but it does drive the pitch count up. The 2-2. And he gets him looking. Tonight, it's Wednesday Night Baseball. It has bitter NL rivals with Buster Posey and the Giants in Los Angeles to take on Rookie of the Year candidate Corey Seager and the Dodgers. Coverage begins with baseball tonight, 9:30 East with Adnan Dallas and Tim Kirkshin from here in Williamsport. It's also streaming live on the ESPN app and watch ESPN. Always fun when the Giants and Dodgers get together. back. 0-2 now. So 7 strikeouts for Jose Leal. He's been dominant.
0-2. Tight.
He got Harrison Wielden to open the game. That one's fouled on the right field line. Raul Lopez can't get to it. Nuncio will get another crack.
And here comes the breaking ball. That's what Jose Leal has done such a good job of. Fastball, kind of speed that bat up, then usually comes back with the breaking ball to try to slow everything down.
Fouled that one off. Leal's pitch count now up to 43. Nuncio gets the sign, gives him a shake. The reason for that, Kyle?
Just don't want to look the same at the plate. And one thing that has looked the same is how good Jose Leal has been. That's 8 of the first 9 outs via the strikeout. Mexico impressive so far.
Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. Mexico, Australia playing in an elimination game here at Volunteer and just across the way at Lamade. After this one, it's Tennessee and Iowa. And boy, each of these teams, Kyle, have had an emotional win along the way. We expect a good one
yesterday.
Oh, my.
Johnston, Iowa wins in walk-off fashion. Goodlettsville, Tennessee. After one of the best defensive plays we've seen this entire Little League World Series. It was a game saver and then a home run the next inning. Led to a Tennessee win, so the two meet today.
Yeah, the Jones twins getting it done for Tennessee. Should be a good one. We're in the top of the 4th here. Mexico with an 8-0 lead.
Got the Whip Gym show coming at you on Sunday. I have a feeling that you'll see that one again.
I think so.
In fact, you might not just see it one more time.
Brent Iredale on to pitch now. Harrison Wielden went the first 3 and just ran into a very good hitting Mexico team. Kyle, they've got the bats up and down the lineup. They can hit.
Ultimate Little League move. Go from the mound straight back to shortstop. That's where Harrison Wielden has played most of this tournament.
Nuncio drives one into left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. He's digging for 2 and will get there standing up. Hard hit ball the other way. Nuncio now 2 for 3 with a single and a double.
That's how you take the ball the other way right there. I mean, that is one hop in the wall out in left field from a left-handed hitter, and Luis Nuncio, a great job of taking that fastball away and just driving it down that left field line.
That got by Thomas Jackson before he knew what happened.
Yeah, I'm not sure if our guy Thomas Jackson's seen a ball get to him that quick before.
He takes one step and it's at the wall.
I can hear the seams on them.
So that brings up now Victor Juarez. Singled in his last time up. And that one is hit high and deep, and that is gone. A 2-run shot for Victor Juarez. And now it's an even 10 for Team Mexico. And there he goes again, Kyle. He's been doing that throughout the tournament.
Yeah, this is a good little fastball, too. I mean, it's 70, 71 miles an hour. And Victor Juarez, this is back-to-back balls that have been ripped the other way. Watch how far that one flies. Wow. We're covering the street across right center field. That went about 270 feet the other way and extends the Team Mexico lead.
Cleared a couple of fences. That's Mexico's 5th home run. That's the most for any team. And we've seen a lot of hitting stars so far, Kyle, but Victor Juarez may be the top hitter that we've seen so far in this tournament. He is now 9 for 12.
Okay.
And that's a base hit. So while Australia is trying to take that next step, the one thing that they're seeing here is this Mexico team has hitters 1 through 9, and there's no easy outs. There's nobody to pitch around here in this lineup. Even the pinch hitters, some of the smaller guys that we've seen come on, have hit the ball hard and had a couple of extra base RBI hits.
And that offensive confidence, too, just kind of keeps building on the Mexico side. The guy in front of you taking aggressive swings, and everybody going up there just feels like they can drive the ball.
Alejandro Trevino digging in for Mexico, now up 10-0 here in the top of the 4th, and that's a strike. So if you do a little forward math, you know that Leal has 44 pitches, needs to keep it to 65 to be able to bounce back. That would give him 21.
Yeah, the two numbers really matter. If he keeps it to 50, he can come back on Saturday. Goes to
really be nice. That's what they're shooting for.
Between 50 and 65, he can come back on Sunday, but past 65, that would be it. I would bet that they take him out when he gets to that 50 pitch mark.
That would give him 6 more, plus whatever remains to the hitter that he's working on when he reaches 50.
Now, here are the rules, and it's a really good one. 36 to 50, that's kind of where he fits right now. 2 days rest, so he'd be ready to go on Saturday. That ball is wow with these good swings.
So a double, a home run, and back-to-back singles for Mexico here in the 4th inning. Off new pitcher Brent Iredale for Australia. That one's fouled back. Eduardo Garcia trying to add to this hit and run total. Got the bats, no question. The 1-1. Skips in front of home plate. Nice stop by Roan North. No team, Kyle, had further to travel than Australia to get here. 32 hours of travel, almost 10,000 miles. They flew from Sydney to San Francisco and then on to Newark, where they had to circle for 2 hours before they could land here, and then they still had a bus drive to get to Williamsport.
Yeah, that's just not fair. You get all the way to Newark and you got to stay in the air another 2 hours. This kid's just ready to see this place for the first time.
Most of the little guys were up 50 consecutive hours from the time they left to the time they hit the pillow when they got here.
That's fun to supervise.
So the full count pitch, and that's high, and they're loaded for Mexico. Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Tony's been active this week. Come on.
Fun tends to follow him.
I thought you were gonna drop a grade on me right there. Come on. Come on.
Hit hard on the ground. What a terrific play. That's 2. Wow. Riley Gonzalez snags the line drive and then throws over to first to double off the runner. Web gem.
Riley's had some really good glove work this week, and this ball's smoked too. Everything that Team Mexico has hit in this inning has been right on the button. Australia knows they need to make a play. Gonzalez makes 2 of them right here. There's the first out. Good heads up, quick throw to first base to complete the double play.
So now 2 are out. Fabian Marr with the foul ball. Marr had a big double in the last inning. That was close, Kyle.
Just so you know, I duck. Like, I don't try to catch anything. I just want to give you a heads up. If it's coming up here, I bet.
I'll give it a shot. Mexico with 2 hits and 2 runs in the first. And then the hit parade was on in the 3rd and 4th here combined. 9 hits, 8 runs. Foul back. Good job by Marr to hold the bat back a little. I wouldn't think that the runners on 2nd and 3rd would mean much for Mexico, but it would give them cushion if they tried to close this out with the 10-run rule after 4. And Brett Iredale throws that one by. And I'm not sure that Fabian Marr is out. They're calling him out. I didn't know. I couldn't tell there if the ball hit the ground or not. I don't think it did. I think the catcher, Roan North, did a good job of scooping that up just before it hit. And we're kind of looking, and now Marr runs over to first base, but I'm pretty sure, Kyle, that Roan North caught the ball. I don't think it ever hit the ground. Let's get another look if we can.
I couldn't tell from here. Sometimes it's a sound, and I thought that I heard dirt. No, he caught it.
Yeah, he got the glove under it.
Absolutely caught it. Great shot out in center field, too. He absolutely caught it.
And that's what led to the confusion. Now the umpires are talking amongst themselves. I'll imagine that they'll look at this. And that's what we're going to do. Home plate umpire Mike Cook running to talk to the video folks. Should confirm what we just saw, that it's strike 3, and that would end the inning.
And this is the one too, from an umpire standpoint. You got to say something.
Yeah, because is the play continuing? Yeah. Is it a dead play? Where are we?
Yeah, either he's out or the ball's in the dirt. It's one or the other. And it was a little bit of confusion on the part of all the kids right there, but a really good job at Roan North. He's going down just to try to block it, but he caught it. You see no dirt flies up where that ball was. I think he absolutely caught it, so that'd be the 3rd out of the inning.
Yeah, that should end the inning. And Mike Cook with the call. And it's the right one. So that'll do it here in the top of the 4th. Mexico gets 2 more. Australia needs at least 1 to keep it going.
Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. They're great.
Welcome back to the Little League World Series presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Australia needs 1 here in the bottom of the 4th to keep it going. Kyle, you said earlier the kids watch everything.
Yeah, this is beautiful. Victor Juarez, sweet swing, long home run out to right field. So you're coming in, you think, all right, everybody's going to be waiting for me. My buddy saw that. Everybody's fired up. No, hold on. Hold on. The Little League version of the silent treatment, we can't hold out for long.
Oh, I love it.
Beautiful.
Kids from Mexico having a blast, and why not? They're up 10-0 on Australia. They need 1 against Jose Leal here to try to keep it going. And Kyle, they've got a couple of guys here that could extend it.
Yeah, they do. This is one of them right here. Clayton Campbell has the only hit of this game for Team Australia. That was back in the 1st inning, and he's 5 for 9 in this tournament.
I think that one got the bat, didn't it? So the lesson there, when the ball's coming your way, get that bat down and out. Wow. Tough strike. Power on power there. And Leal wins the battle.
And a good sequence, too. I mean, Jose Leal, yeah, I mean, he got away with one the pitch before. It could have hit Clayton Campbell. Instead, it goes as a foul ball, so he gets ahead 0-2. Run that fastball up and out of the zone. Still real good velocity and hard to hold up on that one.
Brent Iredale now for Australia. Looks at strike one. He can hit a little bit too, Kyle. Iredale has a home run in this Little League World Series. Big Scooby-Doo fan.
Scooby knows no borders.
Popular worldwide. Well, you look at the scorecard. Leal, a whole lot of Ks now. 9 strikeouts in his 10 outs.
And that is 50th pitch. So first and foremost, he can finish this at bat, and it wouldn't negatively affect his availability. But if he does face the next hitter, Jose Leal would not be available to pitch Saturday if Mexico was playing in the international championship game. I would bet this is his last hitter.
Makes perfect sense. And he gets him with the strikeout. So the foul ball there was helpful in driving that pitch count up. All the excitement of the Little League World Series, including scores, stats, highlights, and more, can all be found on LLBWS.org, or follow along on social media with the hashtag LLWS. And here comes the manager for Mexico, Antonio Rodriguez.
Tu mamá está muy orgullosa de ti viéndote por televisión. Buen trabajo, excelente. Ánimo, Isaac. Todos estamos orgullosos de tu trabajo.
We told the story earlier about Jose Leal's mother, pregnant at home back in Mexico. He's going to have a little brother here in a few weeks, but mom was watching on TV, and there has to be a huge smile on her face. He recorded 11 outs, 10 via the strikeout. Dominant on the mound and a home run as well. Mexico leads at 10-0.
Coming up, it's an elimination game between Goodlettsville, Tennessee and Johnston, Iowa. A couple of teams that won dramatic and emotional games on their way to this game. No room for error now. Boys are excited and ready to go. We've seen some terrific games so far here in the Little League World Series and all kinds of individual standouts.
Yesterday, both games at Limey Stadium, or the late games at Limey Stadium, were a blast. Late inning heroics on both sides to keep Iowa and Tennessee alive. And now Gael Cortez, we talked about him offensively. You've seen him at shortstop. Now on the mound, 7 strikeouts in 4 innings this year.
And fires a strike in.
And you look ahead to tomorrow, the only team that has beat Mexico this year is Panama. They'll play later on against South Korea. Loser of that game will play the winner of this. Looks to be Mexico, and they'll have Victor Juarez, their best pitcher, available to go in them.
So as you'd expect, Cortez pumping the velo up there. And at this point, they're just one pitch from ending this one with a 10-0 win. Will Edwards struck out in his first trip to the plate. In fact, just one hit for Australia. That was from Clayton Campbell. And the only out that wasn't recorded as a strikeout was a Mitchell Tritton line out to first base. Everything else has been a K. Will Edwards trying to keep it going. Catcher calls time. Kyle, nothing for Australia to be ashamed of at all. This is the first time they've played their 4th game here. They seem to be taking steps each and every trip here.
I mean, they won their opener here. They've done some things that the teams from Australia have never done before. They win 2 ball games for the first time ever.
Whoa! That one hits off the helmet of Will Edwards, who jumps to his feet and leaves his helmet behind, runs over to first base, seems to be just fine. And that's good to see, because that was a hard fastball directly to the helmet. Kyle, no chance at all to get out of the way of that one.
No, and you're just happy when you see him pop up. A little excited to run down to first base, but they'll kind of slow things down here just to make sure that everything's all right.
Tough kid left the bucket there and just sprinted down the base path. You hate to see it.
Looked like it. I mean, it caught him on the helmet just above where the visor is.
Oh, wow. It was a clean hit, too. It didn't skim the helmet. Boy, from 46 feet with that kind of velocity, that is on you in a hurry. And you see Cortez comes over with the sportsmanship handshake. They're looking at the helmet. Make sure it's structurally sound.
It did its job, that's for sure.
Will Edwards, he's a tough kid, Kyle. He's all smiles down there.
That face.
Wow.
He's still playing baseball.
They call him Ocho. It's his nickname in reference to the movie Dodgeball. The Ocho, ESPN 8.
Oh, yeah.
He also likes to provide play-by-play during the game. His teammates love it.
Matthew Clements will pinch hit now for Rowan North.
First pitch swinging. He can hit a little bit too. 5 for 11 in this Little League World Series. Looks at one outside. Clements has done a nice job for Australia behind the plate in this Little League World Series. They've got depth at catching because Rowan North was back there today. Made some nice defensive stops.
He was with us the other day when we were doing our valuable lessons. Matthew Clements did a bunch of different drills back behind the plate. He's a big kid, but he can really move around.
Yeah, 5'11". Here's the 1-2. Looks at that one out in the dirt.
Smooth Raul Lopez is back behind home plate.
Yeah, nice movement there to get out there and block it.
And the best catchers, when they go out to block the ball, it looks graceful when they get out there. They don't really throw their body out, just kind of slide out, everything under control.
The 2-2 from Cortez. Driven foul. I mentioned that 32 hours of travel for Australia. Another huge disadvantage for this team. Their seasons are flipped. So they're in winter down there, and they had a 65-day layoff from the time they won the Australian Championship to their first game here at the Little League World Series. It's a long time to put up the glove.
And they came in here and won it.
Crazy. June 13th is when they won the Australian title. You hear the Australian fans, Kyle, they still have their passion going full bore. The 3-2 from Cortez. And that's driven down the left field line and just foul. Had a little curve to it, Kyle.
He's taking some good swings.
Well, he's trying to keep this Australian team alive.
He just about did it right here. Get a great shot of it, that ball. Hooking just enough, about 6 inches fouled on that left field line. If that's fair, I might keep this ball game going, because with 2 outs, Will Edwards was off and running from first base.
So they'll reload. We'll do it again. 3-2, 2 outs. And that one is blown by him. So Gael Cortez comes on to record the strikeout to end it. Pitched a solid 4th inning, and that's going to do it. Mexico allowing just 1 hit, a terrific combined pitching performance from Jose Leal and Gael Cortez, and this team looks dominant both on the mound and at the plate.
Yeah, they do. They lost their opener 10-2 to Panama, but since then Mexico has put an offensive show on today. Struck out 11 in 4 innings. So 11 of the 12 outs recorded by Mexico via the strikeout, and the offense just keeps on coming. And more home runs. Those 5 home runs are more than any team in this Little League World Series.
Yeah, they can hit it. They can throw it. They lost to Panama 10-2 in their opener, but they may get another crack before they're done because they advance now. They will play the loser of the South Korean-Panama game. That will be tomorrow. The winner of that one will advance to the International Championship. So Mexico is celebrating a 10-0 win here at the Little League World Series. We're back to wrap it up. So for the 4th straight year, Mexico has Australia's number here at the Little League World Series, 10-0, the final numbers today. And now, Kyle, Mexico is just 1 win away from playing in its 5th straight international championship game.
How impressive was that? I mean, we talked about this offense, and the offense was great. It just kept coming. We saw 2 more home runs. It's now 5 for Team Mexico. But Jose Leal on the mound was in total control. And I think the biggest thing, too, for Mexico looking forward, Panama, the only team that's beat them. They potentially could get Panama tomorrow. But Victor Juarez is ready to go. He's probably their best pitcher. Fastball into the 70s, been dominant the whole time he's been here. So they're actually set up pretty well for the rest of this tournament.
They look good today. Hitting, pitching, all very solid. You can look at the numbers. Now they will await the result of the South Korea-Panama game. They'll get the loser of that one for a trip to the international title game. We have an elimination game coming up next on the U.S. side, Tennessee and Iowa. You'll see that next on ESPN. Let's get a preview now, and for that, Carl Ravitch. Carl?
Hi, Jay. Thank you. Kyle, thank you very much. And the fans now move from one stadium to the other, all part of the deal here at Lomity and Volunteer Stadium. We're getting set for a Goodlettsville, Tennessee, Johnston, Iowa game. Both these teams had tremendous victories yesterday. Lomity was the place to be yesterday. If you like close, late games, 6th inning, 7th inning. And right now on the field, the team from Iowa getting their warm-ups in. And take a look at it, and we have a Kentucky-New York game tonight. Those 2 teams are 2-0. The winner moves to our championship game on the United States side at 3:30 Eastern time. And then down the bottom, Tennessee and Iowa will get the loser of tonight's game. So the winner and the loser will meet Thursday at 7:30 Eastern time. Iowa's got themselves in this game. A lot of people figure they'd never get there. John Kruk, Carl Ravitch, and they are here, and they're still real short on pitching. But you talk about heart. I mean, they may have more heart than anybody.
Yeah, it's amazing watching them play. Just when you think, okay, this is it for Iowa, you know, great run for them, big win in their first game. They just keep coming back. Walk-off win, big home runs, extra inning games that they had to burn about 7 pitchers in that game. But they haven't made an error yet, Carl, and there's something to be said about defense that keeps you in games.
Not a lot of sleep after they forgot how to throw strikes Monday night. They came back, no problem, and beat Rhode Island. How'd they beat Rhode Island? This guy, Caden Din, he was part of that mess on Monday. His shoulder hurt him. He comes off the bench, hits a homer, ties it, and then he delivers the game-winning hit.
Yeah, big game for Caden Din, and you were wondering, will he be able to continue to compete in this Little League World Series after, walking off the mound holding his right shoulder. But, again, this is the way this Iowa team rolls. It's not just one guy that has to carry him.
And Tennessee, it has been 2 twins, actually. Tanner and Tyler Jones. The catcher, Tanner Jones, made an unbelievable tag on a throw from Isaiah Page.
And you're the parents for the Jones twins. You got to be really excited to watch Tanner make that play, and then the next inning, Tyler comes up and hits this big go-ahead home run in extra innings. What a moment for the Joneses, but what a moment for this team from Tennessee.
And there were a lot of moments in that game. In fact, brother Tanner was about 2 feet shy of hitting a grand slam. Then he makes the tag. Then his brother hits the home run. And it's eerie how competitive they are and how close statistically they've been since the start of the Southeast Regional. And in fact, that top line, you couldn't get much closer.
No, that's pretty even, 8-2. I mean, I think Tanner has some bragging rights with the power, but they both, when they get on, it seems that they're able to score runs, and that's big for this team from Tennessee.
Right, and it was the power of Tyler last night, that home run that just eked over the wall. So that's our game coming up. And of course, tonight, a really good one. You got Devin Obie, who's going to be on the mound, Bowling Green, Kentucky, against Ryan Harlost, and the kids from Maine, Endwell, New York. The Enwell New York team hasn't lost a game all summer, and Obi in his first game, you see the numbers, threw like 30 pitches in the first inning. You figure, well, he's going to last 3 or 4 innings, and he didn't. He went 5.
Yeah, he started commanding the strike zone. You know, you have to see this kid, a physically imposing young man, throws the ball very hard. Once he commanded the strike zone, he was dominant against a team from Texas.
He'll likely hit leadoff for them. You saw Newman 7 for 8. The kids are ready. We're about 20 minutes away from the game, and of course, Jen is over there. It's JT Garcia's mom. We've told her story, and now we go down to Jamie.
Carl, thank you so much. I will be joining you guys for that game in just a few minutes. You know, one of the things that we love about Little League and the Little League World Series is its ability to bring together communities. And in Washington Heights, New York, once known as the drug capital of New York City, that's exactly what happened. Right now, headlines are dominated by the division between police and their communities, but there in that neighborhood, they decided to take it back.
What's your name? Bo. Bo, who's on the back of your jersey?
A superhero.
Right now we're in Washington Heights. This might not look like Midtown, but we are in the island of Manhattan. 3-4 precinct is a busy area, especially if you worked here in the 80s and 90s. If you got assigned to Washington Heights, you had no idea what you were walking into.
The Washington Heights area was a very problematic area. There were numerous shootings, stabbings, family fights. You know, there was a lot of violence. And so that dominated the police frequencies.
Washington Heights was seen as a place to stay away from. When you saw the police, it was in some sort of interaction, most probably negative interactions between the police and the community.
In '88, it was one of the busiest precincts in the city, with 75 murders and over 8,200 other index crimes, including robberies, assaults, and burglaries. Started here in 155th, and it went all the way up to 218th Street. Over 200,000 people, the radio wouldn't stop.
When I first arrived here at the precinct, I was only 20 years old. I met Officer Busek when I first came here and I was assigned to the Neighborhood Stabilization Unit. Mike had come here 6 months prior to my class. He had over 40 commendations from the police department in 3.5 years, and that was really unheard of at that time. He was always out there trying to take guns off the street and really trying to keep the neighborhood safe.
My brother Michael had a keen sense. Remember, he used to say, there's only 2 reasons you would ever be in Washington Heights. You were lost coming over the George Washington Bridge, or you were looking for drugs.
The community of Washington Heights is strongly rooted in the Dominican Republic. For some officers not familiar with the area, there could be a language barrier. But it's important to know our community and our people.
My brother loved the people in Washington Heights. He had befriended a drug user, and she wanted to buy her children an Easter dress. My brother said he would give her the money for the Easter dress, but she couldn't spend it on any drugs. Later, she showed him the dress that he had bought her child. Really, he saw something wonderful in these people.
On the night of October 18, 1988, Police Officer Michael Busek and his partner, Police Officer Joseph Barbado, responded to a 911 call at West 161 Street. Police Officer Busek and Police Officer Barbado observed 3 males coming down the stairs, one of the males carrying what appears to be a gun sticking out of his jacket. They followed him to the corner, and Police Officer Busek